Let's get high.
Hello, cadets. Welcome to. I just realized I don't have my name tag on. Welcome to another episode of the Big Monster Briefing Room. I am General Lemuel T. Howitzer, retired. And let me bring up my able bodied assistant, Master Sergeant Major Havoc. Major's his first name.
Major is my first name. Yep.
There it is. Like Lee Majors, except it's the first name.
Exactly. In fact, you know, it's funny to say that because I was named after Lee Majors.
Really?
My folks were huge $6 Million Man and Fall Guy fans. Who knew?
You know, I think I read somewhere that that guy that's on the same channel here, Rory Penland, was named after Rory Calhoun. His father was a big Western fan.
Well,
like
see,
Western.
there you go. There you go.
So it could have been John Wayne Penland, but thank God it was. Anyway.
Yep.
Because then there was John Wayne Gacy, you know.
Exactly.
Kind of tarnished the name.
Yep.
So we have already done the movie Aliens on this show, long time back, a couple of seasons ago. And we're going back to where it all began. Alien. Of course, this was a horror film quite ahead of its time. And again, it was cashing in on the success of Star Wars 2 years earlier. Everything was going science fiction. So it's a pretty... I'll tell you, this timeline is very short today. We might go over an hour today because the story is so simple. I mean, when I was putting the timeline together, I'm like, oh, it's only 109 slides. Usually it's 150, 160, 170 slides, you know. But again, the story is just so simplistic, you know. Again, it flies by. So, and I think everybody knows the story. So let's go ahead and get into our timeline. Let's get into it. It's 20th Century Fox Films, same studio as Star Wars. They knew what made money.
Oh yeah.
Directed by Ridley Scott. To my mind, this is his best training film. So we had a nice. I'll tell you. What happens in the movie is a very slow burn. I mean, everything moves very kind of slowly, except when the alien attacks. Then it's awkward. But everything else, it's a slow build. And he knew how to keep people on the edge of their seats.
Yep. You know, it's funny. The guy who wrote this.
Yes.
The original title was going to be Star Beast. And it was supposed to be this kind of low budget, you know.
Thank God.
Because he had it's Dan O'Bannon, and he and John Carpenter had made Dark Star earlier. And you know, he's thinking it was going to be kind of the same thing, but
they did some zombie stuff too, right?
And they did some zombie stuff, yeah. But then he saw the word alien, you know, written out, you know, like, oh, it's an alien creature or whatever. And it just jumped out at him and thought, you know, that should be the title because you don't see that. And plus it's simple. It's one word, you know, and it just makes it sound a little bit more, you know, classy, I guess.
I'm eating some garlic nut mix from Trader Joe's. Man, it's really good.
Sounds good.
Anyway, that's not a commercial, by the way. Okay, so this is the setup of this is the Nostromo. It's a ship that, you know, carries mining ore from, you know, planetoids out there in space back to Earth. And the whole crew is asleep. They're in suspended animation while they're taking the long trip back. And the ship starts to come alive. Lights start to
Mhm.
light up. Screens start to come alive.
Yeah.
Very atmospheric. How we get to, I don't know, the opening. How we get to see these sets, which are
Mhm.
pretty impressive.
Yeah.
It's kind of got an old school feel to the gadgetry and stuff on it, but it looks very futuristic.
I think that's one of the reasons why the movie hasn't really aged that much. You
Uh
know, I mean, you look at the movies from the 50s and 60s, you can tell, oh yeah, that's,
huh. Yeah,
I mean, maybe the
very
whole thing,
retro.
yeah, very, but this one, because they went with this sort of very hardened, very kind of, off the shelf look, except for maybe the scene with Mother later on, where they're
Uh
typing in and all that. That still feels a little.
huh.
But then
um,
again, who knows? Maybe in a few years, it's like, well, that's more
and again,
efficient
we get a lot
than
of green screen,
a lot of green screen. Yeah, very
green
70s.
digital, computer screens. But um,
Exactly. But it still gives it a little bit of a
it still
charm
holds
to
up
it.
pretty well.
Yeah.
A couple of years after this, or maybe 1 year after this, they released a movie called Outland with Sean Connery.
Yeah.
It was about a mining company on Jupiter's moon of Io. Io? Io, let's
Io.
call the whole thing up. And it was basically high noon in space. They used
Oh,
shotguns. They didn't use like laser guns or anything. They used shotguns, which was pretty cool.
yeah. Yeah.
Uh, and Peter Hyams is not as good a director, obviously, as Ridley Scott. But again, Connery and the whole look of it looked like Alien.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
it
Clearly,
really
yeah.
worked well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So here we have a mixed bag of actors, some from America, some from England. That's John Hurt there, a
Hmm.
young John Hurt.
Yeah.
I gotta hand it to Sigourney Weaver. This is 1979. She looks still great today.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. Yeah. Well, she was what, in her 20s when this movie came out? Or in the
Probably, yeah.
Spring film? I think so. Yeah. It's like
Well,
one
that
of
was
her.
another cool thing about the film is you're not quite sure whose movie it is really, and it turns out to be Ripley's movie, her character,
Yeah.
because she's the survivor,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she ended up starring like 5 of these things.
Yeah.
At one
Yeah.
point, she ended up being a clone of herself because they killed her off in one. Yeah,
Yeah.
they must have offered her a really nice paycheck for part 5.
Oh, they did.
Oh,
That's that's one reason she came back was oh yeah.
well, you killed me. Good luck to the writers.
Hmm. But they
So,
figured, hey, it's sci-fi. You know, we'll figure
so we
out a
got
way.
Ian Holm here as the Doctor. Ash. We got Yaphet Kotto. James Bond villain.
Hmm.
He's actually very cool in this.
Yeah.
Harry Dean Stanton.
Yeah. Tom
Um,
Skerritt. It's right there.
yeah, Tom Skerritt as Dallas, the captain of the ship, basically, and Veronica Cartwright, Angela Cartwright's sister,
Hmm.
as another character in this. Did I drop another? Anyway, sorry. So Dallas goes into there's like a little computer room where you go talk to the computer. You talk to Mother.
Hmm.
There it is. Mother's the computer, and Mother tells him, hey, we woke you up early because there's a distress signal. We want you to go check it out. And if they don't check it out, they're by law they have to check out a distress signal, otherwise they lose all their cargo pay and all that.
Hmm.
So there's a lot of that going back and forth. They're interested about hey, we should get better shares and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And he has to tell them, well, hey, you're going to lose it all if we don't go and check this out.
Yeah. There's some funny shtick with Yaphet Kotto and Harry Dean Stanton. They're the engineers. They're like, hey, we want equal shares.
Yeah.
Why we want to talk about the what do they call it, the pay situation or the bonus situation. And then Ian Holm
Exactly.
tells
They're
them,
definitely
hey,
union workers.
yep, yep.
So,
Oh, here, in fact, right here, yep.
yeah, that's what's going on here. So they decide, hey, well, we gotta go check this out. So it's on a very near. It's a planetoid. It turns out to be a planetoid. And And yeah, they got to send a ship down and check it out. Make sure there's no survivors, or make sure if there are any survivors, they have to come with them. So that nice long sequence of them, doing the landing. Make it look very real and official.
Mm-hmm.
And the spacesuits in this are interesting. The design for like a lot of like the aliens and the spacesuits and stuff like this were done by H.R. Giger, who was an artist of renown at the time, a German, I think.
German, yep.
And so it gives a kind of a look that's all of its own,
Mm-hmm.
He also designed the alien creature Syl in the movies.
Species.
Species, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Species.
Yeah.
Kinky kind of twist on this.
Yeah. Well, there were several artists who worked on this. Giger, of course, is like you said, designed the alien.
Yeah.
Sid Mead designed a lot of the ships, and then I can't remember his first name's last name's Cobb.
Okay.
And also Mobius, another French artist, designed the space
Mobius
suit.
is a French name. That makes sense. It sounds kind of French.
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
that was his pen name. His real name was Jean Girard.
Oh, that's very French.
And he modeled the spacesuits after samurai armor.
Oh, okay. I don't see it, but all right. If that's what they said.
Yeah.
They look like it's the helmet, I think, that makes it look different from what we normally see in space films.
Yeah.
And again, I think most of it was shot in England.
Yeah.
And when the British do something like Space 1999 or 2001: A Space Odyssey, yeah, the helmets always look kind of weird, different.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you see that they're based on regular space helmets that are used, in actual, I'm sorry, it's my cat allergy. Yeah, it makes my nose run. But yeah, there's a kind of a different take on it. So okay, so now they're on the planet. It is. Let me go down the characters here. Ripley is Sigourney Weaver, of course. Dallas is Tom Skerritt. Lambert is Veronica Cartwright. Mm-hmm. Parker is Yaphet Kotto's character. Ash is Ian Holm. And there's a nice secret about him coming up later. Brett is Harry Dean Stanton. Kane is John Hurt. And then I'm going to go ahead and throw this out there. The alien was played by Balaji Badejo and Eddie Powell. Both were uncredited. But that's what it says on IMDb. And Mother, the voice of Mother, is Helen Horton. As in Horton Hears a Who.
Nope.
And according to Sigourney Weaver, she was a bitch. Anyway.
Yeah.
So they're parading around on the planet trying to look for where the signal's coming from. And we see, Ash is in a special spot. Kind of harkens back to Luke and Han in the chair that they're shooting at the X-Wing fighters with. It's kind of off to the side kind of thing. And then, of course, when Dallas is off the ship, Ripley is the commander-in-chief. She's the one that they have to listen to. Mm-hmm. And that comes into play later when they come back with Kane.
And so you forgot to mention Jonesy.
And Jonesy the cat. Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, because she kind of figures in the story a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
She is Ripley's emotional support cat.
Yeah.
Especially in the second movie. Whole different cat, Anyway, I digress. So on the planet are Dallas and Kane and Lambert. They're out on this mission to find what it is, and they get their cameras focused on. It's an alien ship that has crashed on this planetoid. Now, And there's a closer up. It looks like the tail, is sticking out of the ground, that kind of thing. I'm not sure now. I wasn't clear. They find an alien who's like in a like a rocket chair, like the control chair, I guess, for the ship, and it's dead. It's been dead for a while. There it is, and again, designed by Giger. And I am not sure if this alien is a version of the aliens in these movies, in these training films, or if something on that planetoid got to it and does the thing that it does, transforms it into a host, and then you get an alien.
Well,
I'm not sure what happened there.
Well, there was another training film later on.
Yeah.
Called Prometheus.
Okay.
Where it's explained that this alien, this particular alien, is actually of a race called the Engineers, who were going around seeding different planets.
Oh, okay.
So there is an explanation, but you got to go.
So it is one of these aliens. It's just spreading its seed, so to speak.
Exactly, which is why it had all the eggs.
Okay.
But I guess one of them got away and infected him, and then we'll see what happens.
Oh, okay. So that's what caused the crash. Is that it affected the guy?
Mm-hmm.
The
pilot. Yep.
Well, okay, then that makes more sense. All right, so Kane gets a little too close to one of these eggs. It opens up. He sees something moving inside. It opens up. Blam! Get the face hugger, as we call him now. Gets onto his helmet. It's got concentrated acid for blood. It burns through the helmet, gets in there, and puts its little tail tube down his throat. And it's keeping him alive. It's feeding him oxygen.
Yeah.
And they come back to the ship. They come running back to the ship with Kane. Ripley doesn't want to let him on the ship. I mean, because let's face it, he's been infected by some kind of alien.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to let that aboard the ship. She's smart.
She's following.
Even Dallas is like, let us aboard the ship. Come on, I'm the captain.
Mm-hmm.
And Ash goes and lets them in. Says, yeah, come on in. Now, what we learn later is Ash is working on, direct orders from the company. They want whatever this alien is. They want to bring a specimen in, so they can, see if they can use it for something. It could be very valuable because it's the first alien life that they've evidently uncovered. So it's the company. And again, they play that up in the second movie, Aliens, that the company is really the bad guys.
Oh, yeah.
They don't care about the people at all. They just want that specimen. So, Ash just lets him in. And Ripley is furious. Hey, I'm the captain here. Until, So, anyway, they take him into the sickbay area there, and they cut his helmet off. And, this thing is attached to his face, and it's got its another tail part wrapped around his neck there. And when they touch it, it starts to tighten on the neck. It's going to kill him.
It's pretty gnarly. When the face hug, I saw this training film when it came out in the theater.
Yeah.
And I tell you, when that face hugger comes popping out of that egg, I don't know. The scream in that theater was maybe the loudest screaming I ever heard. That was just me.
It happens so fast. Again, it's a slow burn, slow build up to when it happens. But when it happens, man, it's zap. It just happens so fast.
Yeah.
It's the same thing when Dallas gets it. It's a slow burn. You build up, you build that tension up, get everybody on the edge of their seat, and then bam, it happens so fast you don't even see it.
Yeah. Well, I think that's why this movie still works, or this training film still works now.
Yeah.
Is that slow burn tension, which a lot of modern movies don't. They just want to get right to the monsters and the horror and all that, the blood and guts. This one, it builds up to it so much that you are like on edge. I mean, Ridley Scott, I don't know, but he knew how to ramp it up. I don't know if he studied Hitchcock a lot because Hitchcock was a master of this, but he certainly learned that yeah, you build the way to really scare you is to build that up until bam, something happens.
I can't stop eating this. Damn it. Damn it. It's too good. Okay. So the doc says he's going to try to cut one of the. Well, actually, they put him in. They scan it. You see, oh, it's keeping him alive. It's like, I guess it's some kind of parasite. It's keeping him alive for some reason. So let's see if we can cut it off. Cut one of the tendrils, one of the legs.
Yeah. Can I just say one? I don't mean to keep interrupting, but in the theatrical version, you know, Ripley just comes walking in, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, you know, why don't you freeze him?" and all that stuff. There's in the director's cut, she comes in, and Lambert just slaps the heck out of her.
Oh yeah, that happens here. Yeah, that happened in this version. Yeah, that I did.
Yeah. So
or not. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So you saw the director's cut.
Yeah. That's what this is.
And
it's got Dallas at the end too, which wasn't. I don't think was in the theater.
Yeah. And Veronica Cartwright actually just slapped Sigourney Weaver. I mean, it wasn't one of those fake movie slaps. She wailed on her.
Cut. Bring in the double.
Yeah. I mean, she apologized later, you know, but yeah.
I hope they got it on the first take.
She was in the moment, and yeah. But anyway,
Veronica Cartwright is a very good actress.
Yeah.
I remember she was just a kid doing Twilight Zone episodes and stuff like that, and then you know, she's in The Witches of Eastwick. She's in a lot of good stuff.
Body Snatchers.
Yeah, based on the Body Snatchers. She's the one at the end. Yeah,
that's
We've
right.
done that on this show. Okay, so he goes to cut the tendril, and it starts to, you know, grab the neck again. Then they do the scan. And yeah, they're watching. These folks are watching from outside the quarantine area there. And yeah, they're saying, well, why don't we just freeze him? It should have been smart.
Mm-hmm.
Although with that alien, it might not have worked, you know, and it might have gotten out and infected everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's got concentrated acid for blood. It can escape, you know.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's got concentrated acid for blood, and they find that out in this scene when they try to cut the tendril. And it just bleeds on the floor, and it starts burning right through the floor. And he's like, "Oh my God, what is that? Oh, it's acid! It could burn through the hole." They go down several floors, and it's coming through the ceiling, and then down through the next floor, and then going down again, and then finally stops. Luckily, it doesn't burn a hole in the hull, but it gets through like 3 floors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this is used again in Aliens, the sequel. To more effect, actually. They're getting shot up, and the blood spilling on people and burning them and stuff like that. But that's what they're saying is you got to be careful with these aliens, because if you hit it with a bullet or something, you know, or cut it, yeah, it's going to bleed concentrated acid all over the place. So yeah, so there they are getting a sample of the acid blood, so they can take a look at it in the microscope. And there they are looking at it. And Ripley finally, questions Ash, why did you let him in? Why did you let them in with this, dangerous alien? And, he said, well, you're going to have to talk to Dallas. And she's like, well, when he's off the ship, I'm the captain. You should have listened to me. And they go back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, well, talk to Dallas. So there's the ship. I want to get at least a couple of shots of the ship from outside, you know, in the timeline.
Yeah. Well, this is
Passage of time. They'll usually show this in any of these training films. Says the passage of time usually is an outside shot of the ship moving through space.
Yeah. Well, this is really clever because they're Scott's establishing the escape shuttle that comes in later.
That's true. That is the escape shuttle, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it kind of has a manta ray kind of look to it.
Yeah.
All right, what am I seeing here?
Dallas is in the shuttle, and Ash calls him and says, "Hey, you better look at Kane."
Kane's situation has changed dramatically. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So they go to the sick bay, and the alien is off of his face now, but they don't know where the alien is. And again, nice little slow burn where they're looking around, and you know the thing's going to pop out somehow, somewhere. And sure enough, his little tendril comes down right behind Ripley, scares the living daylights out of her. She screams, and then the thing falls dead behind her, or in front of her, actually. She falls backwards, and it falls forward. So, it's so funny. They don't turn the lights on. They should. I can't remember why they turn the lights on until, you know, after the aliens dropped.
Atmospherics.
Yeah, whatever. So they're looking at the thing, and I'd read somewhere a long time ago that they used chicken parts.
Yeah.
For the interior of the alien.
Yeah, chicken parts.
I can't remember. Stan Winston was part of this. Somebody else.
I think so. I think
maybe Carlo Rambaldi. Rambaldi did some of the alien effects. I know that.
Yeah.
He does the thing with the coming out of the mouth. That's all Carlo Rambaldi.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with Carlo Rambaldi's work is you're aware of it. I mean, when you watch King Kong, you know, from '77, you're aware that it's a big fake ape. You know. And with this, with the face, like the double jaw thing where the mouth comes out, and you're aware it's a mechanical device of some kind. That's what it looks like. Trying to be a real natural thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Ripley has it out with Dallas. You know, this thing's getting worse and worse. You know, I'm worried. And I think Dallas tells her partially that the company is responsible for them doing this side trip and picking this thing up.
Mm-hmm. Well, he tells her, hey, you know, because she's questioning why Ash all of a sudden has so much authority. And he says, because that's what the company wants.
Okay. All right. Hey, Sandy. Sandy's got a show live tonight at 10 o'clock. I do believe that performer Kim Ware is going to be on that show.
Oh, nice.
If I read that correctly. So if you're watching live tonight, yeah, look out. No Icing at 10 o'clock, Sandy D. Rory Penn, the Man of 1,001 Voices. And, of course, Kim Ware, who's very well known in the South for her singing and playing.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are we looking at here?
Oh, it's them taking off.
Oh, okay, yeah. They're still on the planet. Yeah.
Yep.
So they have to leave. We didn't skip over the dinner scene, did we?
No, that happens. That happens later.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
They're already up in space, but when that happens.
Yeah. So they take off. And it's, you know, nothing spectacular. You know, it's just a simple takeoff.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a scene, it's actually a funny scene where Brett and Parker, again, are doing their shtick. You know, I guess they're talking about the shares and stuff again. And Brett keeps saying, yeah. And she goes, all you do is say, yeah, whatever he says. Yeah. And then later they end up leaving because they're told that Kane is up and about, and the last line, of course, is Brett Hang. Yeah. So it's kind of a callback joke thing for this scene. So yeah, Kane is awake. He seems to be okay. He's dehydrated. He's thirsty, and he's hungry. And they all sit down to dinner, and they're having a good time, and they're yucking it up. And the whole time, Ash is watching Kane very carefully.
Mm-hmm.
You can see he's just keeping his eye on Kane to see what Kane does. And of course, Kane looks like he's like choking at first, and then he kind of freaks out, and they spin him around. He falls on the table backwards, and he's obviously feeling some pain, some internal pain. And then his chest bursts open, spraying all over Lambert. That seems to hit a lot of people, this scene, where the blood is sprayed all over Lambert.
Yeah. Well, and her reaction, they didn't tell the other actors. I mean, they knew something was going to happen, but they didn't tell them everything. And when she gets hit in the face, her reaction is real. She didn't know that was going to happen.
Okay. And yeah, we get this little creature pops out of his chest.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they didn't. They didn't tell him what it was going to look like. They just said, yeah, something's going to come out of his chest. Obviously, you know. Yeah.
And it's a gnarly little booger.
Yeah. And I think that's a Rambaldi.
Spaceball. I can't go through this scene without seeing Spaceballs in the scene where they redo this scene all over again. Yeah, yep. And John Hurt looks up from the table and goes, "Oh no, not again."
Hello, my darling. Hello, my baby.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, my ragtime gal. In this case, he just zips across the table, and again, Ash is watching with amazement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the thing just zips away. And he's telling him, don't touch it. Because he doesn't want him to kill it. So now they have an alien on board that's, potentially obviously dangerous, hostile, and they're going to figure out a way to find it. So, figure out a way to protect themselves from it. Mm-hmm. So they come up with some like flame-throwing devices. Yes, flamethrowers.
Flamethrowers. Yep. Well, they have a little. This is the funeral scene.
I'm sorry. This is the funeral scene. Yeah.
Yeah, where they say goodbye to Kane.
Yeah. Hopefully, there's no more of these things inside of him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, first they have the cattle prod thing, because they think it's just that little wormy alien. They don't realize what's coming.
Yeah. So they shoot him out into space, burial at sea kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they have a cattle prod. They have some flamethrowers. They have a little motion tracker that they try to use to find this thing. And they think, it's the size of a house cat. The size of Jonesy.
Mm-hmm.
One more.
Sir, you're making me hungry.
I'm sorry. I'm putting him on the floor now, so I don't go to reach for him again. And they do find Jonesy. It's a scare moment, It's a jump out moment. And they're trying to stay in pairs for protection. But unfortunately, everybody goes, oh, go find Jonesy. And she sends Brett off. And this is, again, a really slow burn scene where he goes into this area and there's water coming down from the roof and there's chains hanging. It's obviously kind of a docking area. I'm not sure. Anyway, and he's taking his hat off and let the water run down his face. And then the creature shows up. And and he finds a skin of a creature. So it sheds its skin like a snake.
Mm-hmm.
And that usually means it's getting bigger. Well, in this case, it's gotten really big. Now it's like 7 foot tall. So I don't know how tall Harry Dean Stanton is, but this thing's towering over him. And Jonesy watches as, this thing's mouth opens up, another jaw thing comes out and right through the head. And that seems to be the modus operandi of this alien, this creature. And the big thing is people are terrified when they see this thing. They get frozen in fear. If they just run, and that's what they did in the second movie. The second movie, they fought and they ran, and they did better against these things. But when you just sit there gawking, yeah, you're going to get your brain sucked out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happens here.
Yeah. So, cadets, let that be a lesson to you.
Yeah.
You see a big, gnarly monster, don't stand there gawking, hoof it.
Either fight or run.
You're right, fight or flight.
Yep.
And usually I recommend flight.
Yeah, well, this thing, again, we find out later that this thing is damn near impossible to kill.
Mm-hmm.
It is, quote, the perfect life form.
Mm-hmm.
So it's impervious to most weapons. And again, you got to be careful which weapons you use because it's got concentrated acid for blood.
Mm-hmm.
We find that out in the second movie that if you shoot it, you got to be careful. All right, I'm getting a Werther's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'll keep me from eating the garlic peanuts.
There you go.
Garlic nuts. Anyway.
And freshen your
Garlic
breath.
nuts. So yeah, here's where they decide they're going to use the motion trackers. It's moving around through the ventilation system, they think. So let's see if we can track it in the ventilation system. Lure it into the airlock and shoot it off the ship. Interesting plan. So Dallas decides he's going to be the one to do this. Not smart from the guy that's supposed to be the head of the ship. I would have delegated that to somebody a little lower down the chain of command.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Parker or well, Kane's gone now. Or maybe even Ash. But that would have been different. A scam caller is calling me now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, from the United States.
Mm.
Okay, so Dallas is in there. He's got a flamethrower. Lambert's got the tracker. She's tracking him and tracking if there's any movement around him. And Ripley is, radio linked to him. And sure enough, the thing gets the jump on him up there. She sees it just too late, and they try to warn him, and he turns around, and boom, it's right there. Yeah! And again, that's 7 foot tall alien. So Parker goes up there. He finds his gun. He finds no blood. He said, "There's no blood. Here's his gun." And he's upset because this thing got the best of the captain. And they're fearing the worst. Lambert's freaking out, as you can see.
Mm-hmm.
And she's actually says the smarter thing. She goes, "Let's just get into the shuttle, get the hell off this ship, and take our chances."
Mm-hmm.
It'll probably be a long time before anybody comes in the shipping lanes or before we get into the shipping lanes and people rescue us. Well, still, it's a better than trying to fight this thing that's picking us off one at a time.
Right.
Because they know that they know that Kane is gone, Brett's gone, and now Dallas is gone. That leaves Ash, Parker, and
Ripley.
2 women.
Yep.
So, Ripley just won't let this go. She comes after Ash again. She's very pissed off that he's let this thing aboard the ship and now it's killed half the crew. And she goes, "You know what? I'm going to find out. I'm going to go talk to Mother." now that I'm the captain of this ship, I'm going to talk to Mother and I'm going to find out what's going on. And she goes into the room there to talk to Mother, and she finds that she's been shut out from the important information by Ash. Ash is keeping secrets from her. And she's frustrated because it's not giving her the answers. It's not telling her what she's up against. It only tells her that, this is an alien form that they're interested in, and, the whole crew is expendable, and Ash, is supposed to see it back home. And Ash pops in right next to her, scares her. And she backs out of there. Oh, actually, she hits him. Mm-hmm. And he hits his head on the side of the wall there, and it's got some white milk-like fluid coming out. She doesn't see that just yet. She goes to leave, and he closes the door on her, corners her, and then she starts to see he's got this white liquid dripping down from his forehead, his ear. He rolls up a porn magazine, of all things. I guess they're in Brett's area.
Yeah.
Because there's porn pictures on the wall there. Might be Parker's. I don't know. Maybe Dallas. I don't know. And he rolls up that porn magazine and he tries to shove it down her throat. He's going to kill her. Mm-hmm. And luckily, Parker and Lambert hear the commotion. They come running to her aid. But he's superhuman. He has superhuman strength. He's a robot. And I think it's Lambert that hits him with like a fire extinguisher or something, and he causes him to start spinning around. Mm-hmm. That's my impersonation of Ass freaking out.
Yeah.
And he's spitting out the more of the milk liquid. A very strange scene.
Yeah.
And then Parker clocks him, hits him, and his whole head comes loose. And it's hanging off a thread on the back there. He's trying to fight, but he can't see. They did this also with a zombie in not Day of the Dead, the one after that. Land of the Dead, I think it was. There's a zombie whose head has been decapitated, but it's hanging by a thread on the back, and he will flip his head forward and bite you, and then the head flips back. Crazy stuff. So, yeah, he's a robot. A synthetic. Mm-hmm. So Parker, being a mechanic, gets him speaking again, gets him back online. And he tells them, hey, you're up against, probably the most perfect alien being, in the galaxy, in any galaxy. And, you have my sympathies. And he smiles. Jerkwad. So they decide to turn their back on him and walk out. And Parker turns back and decides, you know what? I'm going to fry this guy with the flamethrower. And he burns him up. Yeah, well, F you too. So now they've decided they're going to go with Lambert's plan. They're going to get into the shuttle and get free of this thing because it's just too damn dangerous, and it's going to kill them all if they let it. And, they got to get the provisions they need, and they're going to self-destruct the ship. They're going to do the self-destruct sequence. That's Ripley has to do that. And then get the hell out of there. So she preps the shuttle. Mm-hmm. And I guess there's 3 pods in the shuttle that they can use to suspended animation. Mm-hmm. And she sends them off to get the provisions they need. I'm not sure why they needed provisions, because if they're going to freeze themselves, anyway, there was something they needed to go get that they needed. And
I think it was like extra fuel or something.
Maybe. That makes sense. She finds Jonesy, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
and she puts him in his little carrier. His carrier is like close by. It's very convenient. And she puts him in his carrier and drops him by the front door of the shuttle there. And then she realizes the alien is close. And she does the self-destruct sequence, right? We've already gone past that, or no?
Not yet. But well, first of all, this is let me go back one. This is where Lambert and Parker get killed by the alien.
Right. They run into the alien, and again, Lambert is just flipping out. She's just standing there because she's terrified, and he actually dies trying to save her. He's telling her, "Run, get out of here, go!" And the alien attacks him first.
Rips him in half.
So we lose Parker.
Yep.
And he gets the mouth through the head, just like his partner Brett. She hears that Ripley does. So she goes and does the self-destruct sequence. So that's it. I'm getting out of here. I'm getting in the shuttle with Jonesy, and we're getting out of here. She does the self-destruct, and you only got 10 minutes for the self-destruct sequence. You get 5 minutes, and then there's no turning back. So it started. So in that time, that 5 minutes, she starts to head back to the shuttle, and then she realizes that the creature is between her and the shuttle door. So she tries to run back. Oh, no, that's right. She does a side trip down the tunnel. She takes the rabbit hole because it looks like the creature has made something. She goes down and she finds Dallas, right?
Yeah, that's where she finds Dallas.
And there's another character down there in the wall.
Brett.
Is it Brett?
Brett, yeah.
Okay. Well, we know Brett's brain has been sucked out. But yeah, he's pasted up on the wall there too. But Dallas is still alive, and he's like, "Kill me, because he's been injected by one of these things. He's got an alien inside of him." And my theory is that Brett had one in it too, but it's already popped out, and that's another alien that's on board the ship. That's my theory, that there's two of them. Even though we think it's just maybe one, I think there's two of them. So anyway, she goes back towards the shuttle, and she realizes the thing is between her and the shuttle door. And she's like, "Oh crap." So she goes to turn off the self-destruct. And of course it's coming up on the 5-minute mark, and she doesn't make it in time. And she makes it right at the last second, and Mother goes, "It's too late to stop the self-destructing." And she's like, "You bitch." And she realizes now, I got to get onto the shuttle, past the creature, onto the shuttle, and get out of here before this whole thing blows up. If I want to live. So she heads back to the shuttle, and the thing's not there anymore. It's gone. So she grabs Jones's carrier. I always thought that the cat might be infected too, but anyway, it was in the cat. So that would have been an interesting wrinkle. So anyway, she gets into the shuttle, closes the door, gets into the chair, the pilot chair, and she's got like a minute to get away from this damn thing. Less than 45 seconds. So she hits the button and flies away, and just gets out of range just in time. The ship blows. And there's a 2001 Space Odyssey kind of light show of it blowing up in different ways and different shock waves, and she's reacting to the blasts. So then it's okay. Now it's time to go to sleep. So she opens up the pod, if you want to call it that, the cryopod. And she's getting ready to get Jonesy out of his case, but she's got to get naked first. And we got some, a little striptease here.
A little bit, yeah. Well, actually, that's funny you say that, because Ridley Scott originally wanted her to be fully naked, and
Mm.
and Weaver said, no.
You mean Ridley Scott wanted her to get totally naked, but she said, no, right? Oh, funny.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't know that. She got darn near close.
Well, yeah. Said, I'll do it to my underwear, but I ain't showing the goods.
Left little to the imagination.
Yep. Although we do
So
see a little.
as she gets out of her clothes, she realizes, the creature is on board the shuttle.
Yeah. We do
She's
see a little plumber's crack there, but that's about it.
Yeah. She's fixing an orange.
Yep.
So yeah. So she slowly makes her way, and Ripley shows that she's very smart here. She slowly makes her way to where the spacesuits are, a little closet there across the way. And you're like, oh, she's just going there to hide, right? But no, she's actually got a plan. She's going to get into a spacesuit. She's going to hit that, I don't know, airlock button that opens up the back airlock to the shuttle, and everything will fly out. Luckily, Jones's carrier didn't fly out. I was thinking about that. Anyway, so she gets into a spacesuit, slowly gets into, again, a very slow burn here. She slowly gets into a spacesuit, gets a helmet on. She goes to the control. She slowly eases over to the control panel, and she hits a button to blast it with, heat or something. And it comes out of its hiding place that she saw it in. And then we have this scene where I don't know why she turns her back on to it. I'm not sure. But she slowly peeks around through the helmet to the side of the helmet, and there it is with the double mouth thing, getting ready to zap her through the helmet. Again, tense moment. And then she hits the airlock button, and boom, sends the creature to the back of the ship. That panel tries to suck it up, but it grabs on tight. Again, it's going to fight for its life. And so she has like a little, I don't know, grapple hook kind of thing. I'm not sure why they have that there, and it was readily available. So it's like when a killer comes after somebody in their bedroom and they grab a pair of scissors. It's readily available. So there it is. I'm using it. Because it's not a great weapon to use at this point, because what happens is she hits it with a grapple hook and it does let go, but the grappling hook catches onto the door there. So now it's swinging by a tether behind the ship, and it makes its way over to an engine. So she somehow realizes that that's what's happened. It's made its way over to the right engine. She hits the engine buttons and starts to fry this thing. Oh yeah, you're going to hang on? Okay, well, it's going to be a hot, bumpy ride. And she kind of fries the thing. And again, the acid blood is going away from the ship, thank God, so it's not burning the hull. And eventually the tether breaks loose, and this thing goes flying out into space. I always thought that a fun sequel would be to have this creature that's been flying out in space for so long, latch onto some other ship and start a whole new movie. The original alien is back.
That would have been funny.
Anyway, who knows? Somebody might do it with AI someday. A restaurant ship in the middle of the shipping zone comes across an alien floating in space. Bon appetit. So she flies away. And now the danger is over, finally. So she gets Jonesy, packs him up with her in the cryo tube, and goes to sleep. And I think that it was like 82 years later or something that she comes across.
52.
52 years later? I thought it was longer than that. That they finally come across her and unfreeze her, and everybody she knew is gone, basically. So, and that's it. That's the whole cast right there on one screen. 8 names, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 names. Again, they get a little nod in the second film at the beginning when she's talking about the mission, what happened. and how they all died. And, you know, she had to make before she put herself in cryosleep, she made a report,
Mm-hmm.
you know, just before she tucked herself and Jonesy in. It says basically, you know, what happened, and the creature got on board, and, you know, she had to destroy the ship and the cargo. And of course, that is used against her by the company.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so she's not talking about the aliens. And again, they sent another group out to that planet to find those damn aliens. So, and there it is. I told you, under an hour.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
the story is so simple that we got through it in under an hour. And usually our timelines, they last, you know, an hour and 15, an hour and 20 minutes usually. So thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Big Monster Briefing Room. I'm ecstatic that we got in under an hour and got everything in. Please check all of the shows here at Cosmos Creative TV out. 2 Men and a Gal Talking Movies, which runs live at 7 o'clock every other Monday. This show runs every Thursday, 7 o'clock live. Tuesday, you have Roland Pruitt's Kaiju Review, 7 o'clock live, Eastern time. And lots of good shows, lots of entertainment. And there's a lot of other shows, too, that are fun to watch. Again, tonight at 10 o'clock live, Eastern time, it's going to be Sandy D from San Diego, you know, interviewing another wonderful guest. And this time it'll be Kim Ware, the Georgia singer performer. So again, lots of good stuff to watch here. Please like and subscribe. Tell your friends about us. Always love to get new fans watching. We've got almost 200 episodes now. This is like episode 196, I think. That's pretty impressive. I mean, we've been busy over the past couple of years. So it's going to be 200 episodes at the end of this season. So, and next time we're going to talk about Predator, another alien in a different kind of situation. And again, these two kind of go together. I mean, they actually have movies about the Predators against the aliens. So, but that's later, way later. We're just going to do the original Predator next show. So take care and keep an eye out for those big monsters. And oh, by the way, there is a guy that's on Cosmos Creative TV. He's on the Two Guys and a Gal Talking Movies. His name's Manny Zamora, and he does comic books. So check him. See if you can find his comic books online. You don't have a page for that, do you?
Not the moment. Yeah.
Not in front of you. Okay. Well, again, if you do a search, you'll probably find him. And again, check out his comic books. They're pretty cool. So until next time, keep an eye out for those big monsters.
Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel, or else you may receive more than just nightmares.